Next on our agenda, we have a keynote address with Dr. Engineer Suaad Al Shamsi, Senior Program Manager at Etihad Airways, on the subject Building Sustainable Diversity and Inclusion in the Workplace.
Good morning, everyone. I was feeling we are very quiet. Well, I'm coming from a place that's very noisy. First of all, thank you for including my name in this forum. And I think when we talk about diversity and inclusion, it's 10 minutes not enough, I think 10 hours, especially with the ladies, they always like diversity, inclusion, and everything. I do believe, as a person come from background, I always believe I know how to fix aircraft, cars, but I know nothing about sustainability, about sitting and being quiet person. Who know me, I'm the first female aircraft engineer in United Arab Emirates, working as a consultant for the third biggest airport in the world, Abu Dhabi International Airport. And when it came to diversity, I remember, and I think all of you are so young, I'm very old. When I decided in 2001, I need to change the workplace in my workplace in the hangar, all the men, they were staring at me, and you are so crazy. And the first time in my life, I think, what does it mean, sustainability? What does it mean to create a sustainable diversity, including change? It started from all of us. We need to accept that when we go to a workplace, when we go to university, when we go to such a place like here, we always follow what people are doing. So when their manager will say, this is the rule and regulation, this is how the workplace, this is how it's your desktop be, you accept it. No one stand and ask why. And when I say, when we asking why in the healthy way, so when I decided to change and do it more sustainable, I asked the first question, what does it mean, sustainability? What does it mean, diversity in a workplace? So this the question should be asking everyone today. Do we are accepting diversity, inclusion, changing the way we work, timing our, any one of us think to go to his manager or her manager and say, I have an idea. Usually when we come, and especially with the new generation, I have a son of 7 years and I have a son of 3 years. And every year in my new year, they change everything in the house. The way of the bed, the way of the furniture, and the way of eating food. So if it's a vegetable day, they will make it fruit days. So what I learned from them when I joined Etihad, that starting from home, you should build the right sustainable workplace. So my tips to you in 10 minutes, you have to start from yourself, to accept the changes that's happening in the life, to accept and understand what does it mean sustainability. If I will ask a lot of people, always think about climate change, weather, environment, greenhouse. This is one of the things we need as well when we are hearing. It's a way, the sustainability is not only it's coming from the culture or from the workplace. The sustainability starts from each one. It's the responsibility each one. So if you want to have a healthy place, healthy home, you have to have a healthy and sustainable workplace, which is that when it's come to question, do I have the chance to change in any my workplace, in my classroom? So one tips I did a survey, and I can share it with Sheikha and the rest and can use it for everyone. This survey is to go to all my colleagues and ask them many questions, what they wanted to be, how the workplace, and as I'm teaching in university, 2 universities, Skyline University and Coventry, I did the same with my student. And a lot of them, and I asked them, what the biggest organization or company you are looking to work on? And if I ask you today, which organization you think is the most sustainable, diverse, different, you would like to work, even if it's not in UAE? Thank you. What? This is the answer. 83% of the people, they want to work in Google. And when I search, we find that the way they change it and make it more sustainable, green, the way it's everyone can use, we implement the same in Ajman Tourism. And if you will go to Ajman Tourism now, the new offices, it's exactly similar to Google. And when we did the survey to the people there from HR perspective and operation, 96 people, they are so happy to work in such environment. So when we want to build a sustainable, diverse, inclusion workplace, it should from all of you to put in a point and go with your colleague and say, we want to do this. It's a small change, but can create a lot of things. And remember, when you go to your workplace, it's your second home. Usually when we wake up and we go, we always don't want to go to work. If you build this the right workplace, you will feel that it's time to go to my second home. And when you go back to your first home, you are feeling mess that you want to go. Create a change. Today we are still beginning in 2022. And I will share with you, everyone, and I will let them to share with all the audience today the survey. And go between you and a colleague and start to create from small changes. The way of, for example, one of the things we done it this year, we do something called a stand-up meeting, which is a coffee meeting. We deal with alternative and we talk about what is the achievement. So when I go to my colleague, what he's working about, maybe I don't know it. He work with Tadweer. I work with Mubadala or Masdar or any other company. We share idea and we understand each one what they are working. Other thing, every month we do something called coffee break, which is that it's just 15 minutes. And we share information and what we need to change, either from climate change, is it from the environment? And I'm thinking, even with the healthy environment in the workplace, this stand-up, it changed a lot. So first of all, we need to understand what does it mean, sustainability as a human, as a person, and then we implement in the workplace. Thank you, everyone. And I think we have 5-minute question if they want to ask any. I think if you have any question, I can give you in the plan. Yes, sure. Sorry, yeah.
Hi, Doctor. So I'm Sadika, and I'm from Singapore.
Nice.
So last year I was working in Google, and now I'm currently for TikTok. And I love the way that now D&I is growing globally. So a lot of the tips that you shared with us was, how we can make it in person, make it more comfortable. But with hybrid going and remote working, what do you think would be a great advice as we become into the new world to make it more sustainable in that sense?
Well, to make it more sense, it's what you want. To be honest, I'm a person, people asking me the same question, what you want in your life? And for me, I'm so crazy about the aviation industry, aeronautical engineering, and all about the aircraft. So all my research is about how make it more sustainable, how to do. We test one of the aircraft last October. The third aircraft was about sustainability aircraft. I think to make it from remote back to the workplace, and we have, the question is being asked one of my students yesterday, and I said, we have to make ourselves as ready to the new world, to make us ready to go back to workplace, because we need to live with the COVID. We need to live with whatever economic and whatever happening in life. And we need to read. Reading, trust me, everyone, reading from book, from a website. Every day we learn a lot of things. I'm a person, I never know about sustainability. I never understand. It took me 8 months to understand what does it mean, or how to implement in real life first and then workplace. Every day it's a lesson to us, and I always say we have 24-hour day. We need to learn from each other. No harm to ask a question and make you ready and put a target for you yearly, what you want to have in this year and in this week or this month. So it's coming from you to accept the real world, the changes that's happening, and back to a different life maybe now. Thank you for the question. Yes.
Thank you so much for your words and how you explained your journey with the sustainability and how you got to teach yourself about sustainability. I was one that comes from a background in sustainability. So I want to see your point of view as the one that didn't know a lot about sustainability. Like you explained how you and your work, you are doing meetings about sustainability and everything. But in person, what the things that you have changed in yourself so you follow the sustainability path? What the things that when you wake up in the morning and say that, yeah, today I will do this in myself before I start with working with my team?
To be honest, as I told you, I know nothing about sustainability, and now I'm working like 3 years about sustainability. Well, when it's come to ourselves, first of all, as I said, we need to understand what does it mean sustainability and how we change it to a green. And I always make a sustainability is a green, and a green is the best color. When I say green color, it's the healthy way of living and the power. Always I put in my face Hulk, because Hulk is so green and so power. But when you go to the history of the Hulk, it's a power, healthy, and more doing a good thing in the life. So when you understand what is it sustainability in your life as a personal, put an image of something you really love. And for me, when I wake up early in the morning, I change my habit, to be honest. I don't rush to work like, oh, I have to put the alarm to rush to work. We always, with respect to all the expat here, we always compare ourselves, like the expat, they go to running and healthy and all of this. I used to live in UK for 7 years and 3 months, and I saw how they are different. So I learned I should wake up. I have to enjoy every single thing in my life to be healthy, to be more powerful, to be more productive. And I think this is the way we need to teach ourselves how we be more productivity and sustainability side and healthy side and human side and productive side is the band what we need. So I think we starting changing the way we are living, the way it's our place and the timing of sleeping, the timing of we are working. And for example, one of the projects we work in my home and I work it in my workplace is we change all the dispenser of the water, no more any bottle, with my respect for all the company. And I teach my kids that we need to use a filter in the house and how we change this filter and why we are using. Now, one of the biggest government organization here in Dubai, they took this idea and they implement in this year. So it's a small change. And I think we need to learn or search what we need to do it in our real life. For example, the small bottle of tank in Ramadan, we collect it from all the family and my family. And what do? We plant a tree. And we keep planting, and we give it a giveaway to a lot of people. And I think it's a small changes in our real life. It make a lot of huge changes for other. So I think we need to search what we are having in our home, how we wake up, and how we start our day. This is the right way to start about the sustainability. And if you will see every single day, last year I been plant 100 mango roof. And people, they were like, you're so crazy, what you will do with it? And when I saw how it's saving the environment and earth and blah, blah, today I'm signing the biggest contract with Al Jubail for 1 million mango roof. And this is the way we need to teach us. It's not only the organization, it's not only at the company, it's how come from a personal. When I say there's a responsibility of everyone, we need to create the idea and the changes. The government does help us, the organization, your company, it does help you. But if it's not come from you, we will never see the changes.
Thank you so much. I hope we work hand in hand to provide these initiatives. Thank you.
Definitely. Last question and we close it. Yeah, just, okay. I'll take your question later. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone.